The man who opened fire on 3 government buildings last Friday planned a much bigger attack and may have been motivated by hate.
Steve McWilliams shot at the headquarters for the Austin Police Department, the federal courthouse, and the Mexican consulate building in downtown Austin. He unloaded nearly 200 rounds into those 3 buildings. KXAN's Chris Sadeghi live outside APD headquarters, where Chief Acevedo this afternoon released new details on this attack. Chris?
Yes, Robert, and this is a headquarters that now has 103 defects in it thanks to the gunshots. You can see chunks of the steps blasted away there, and then up top, all across the facade, the windows shot out. This was one of 4 buildings hit with bullets, but a map inside the shooter's van listed a total of 34 targeted buildings, according to police. They say search warrants found several magazines of ammunition in the van the shooter rented 2 days prior to the attack, along with devices configured like IEDs. The weapons he used, police say, 2 long rifles, including one similar to an AK-47. Now, we found that the shooter earlier this year worked for just a few months at a car wash on Lamar, and people there say he was quiet, kept to himself, and showed no red flags. But through their investigation, the FBI says they found what could possibly hint at motivation.
He did make some cursory statements to a number of individuals here in Austin that he was upset by the fact that he could not find employment. He was also upset that, in his eyes, many immigrants had more services afforded to them than he had afforded to himself.
And police say those cursory statements also tied the shooter to a religious movement. They say that they found the book Vigilantes of Christendom inside the van, along with a note indicating that he wanted to fight anti-God people. They also say the medical examiner found written in marker on his chest the words, "Let me die." We're live in downtown Austin tonight. Chris Sadeghi, KXAN News.
The chief this afternoon gave some new details about McWilliams' previous criminal record. Looking closer at that, back in 1988, McWilliams was charged in Kansas City with possession of marijuana. A few months later, he faced a DWI charge in Kansas. 4 years later, McWilliams was here in Austin facing federal charges after an armored car robbery at the First State Bank. McWilliams spent time in prison for that crime and was released in June of 2000.